Here is another positive form of leadership called Sattvika leadership. It is proposed by a well-known Indian researcher, Dr. Alok. While searching more on humble leadership, I came across another positive form of leadership. It is called Sattvika leadership. It also has origins in the Indian philosophy of leadership and closely resembles humble leadership construct. It is defined as a set of purposive leader actions comprising knowledge-driven cooperation that are initiated on the basis of positive and reasonably accurate assumptions and executed through morally responsible and sustainably fruitful means to secure the flourishing of followers and the collective. It also has origins in popular systems of darshanas known as Sankhya, Vedanta, and Buddhism, just like the humble leadership construct. Also, humble leadership involves three components, which are self-awareness, appreciation of others' strengths and contributions, as well as teachability. Thus, we can see that the knowledge-driven cooperation and positive and reasonably accurate assumptions are very close to the self-awareness component of humble leadership, as well as teachability. We must understand the factors which determine the nature of action of Sattvika leadership. Its primary origins are the Vedas, the Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita. The main source of systematic representation of Sankhya are Sankhya Karika, Sankhya Sutra, and Tattva Samasa. Another important source of Sattvic leadership is the commentary of Vyasa on the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. Also, Bhagavad Gita determines 5 causal factors which determine the performance of all sorts of right or wrong actions. Those are mental, physical, or verbal. So the factors are Adhisthana, Karana, Cheshta, Karta, and Deva. Adhisthana is the assumptions on which the actions are based. Karana is the chosen mean. Cheshta is the manner in which adopted means are put to use. Karta is the person who employs relevant assumptions or means. And Deva, it refers to the persistent efforts of relevant past actions that can augment or diminish the efficacy of present efforts. All that is known is capable of producing 3 kinds of expression for a knower: contentment, discontentment, and indifference. There are 3 ontological real substances known as trigunas, and the actions are also in such manner. The sattva or the sattvic action is the one which is done from a deep sense of duty, free from any attachment or ego. Rajas or the rajasic action is when it is done with an expectation of a return. And tamas or tamasic action is the one when it is done to the underserving in a disrespectful manner. Sankhyan view is that all human beings are capable of being good and doing good, given that sattva manifests in everyone, whether in particular or general form. Therefore, human nature assumptions are sattvika when focused on goodness inherited in every human being. A sattvika actor is the one who is free from attachments and ego, is determined, enthusiastic, and unaffected by successes and failures. Let's have a look at the Sattvika leadership model. The antecedents are leader characteristics such as personality, personal values, spiritual inclination, and a sense of responsibility for followers. The moderators are leaders Deva, followers is Deva, organizations Deva, national culture, organizational culture, and culture strength. The proximate consequences at individual levels are follower flourishing through positive psychological capital, psychological empowerment, work engagement, and moral identity centrality. At the interpersonal level, the proximate consequences are follower flourishing in terms of interpersonal trust, and at the organizational flourishing level, it is ethical climate. Thank you so much for your time. Please add your comments and suggestions in the comment section to contribute to understand Sattvika leadership better.